Alright, here you can see a brief summary. Giroud's got the most goals, Mount with the most assists, best passer is Conte, and Tomori's got the most yellow cards, not that that really matters, and I'm currently out of B. So we're gonna play West Ham soon. They're one of the worst teams. They're actually 17th. They're definitely going to be the easiest victory I'm expecting. I might even rest some players just because there's a lot of people that are kind of tired right now. We're about to go into a long break with not very many games, but I don't want anybody injured right now. We already have quite a few injuries. De Bruyne gets the job done. This is just news going around. They're updating to me. They say Jorginho offer a new contract, is one of our best players. I could hit apply and offer him a contract. I could also ignore that. Wonder how long until his expires. Is there a way to find out here? One short-term plan is starting to feel he deserves a new contract. It's a pre-concern. Okay, so he doesn't concern that yet. They say 7.36 million until 2023. Huh. That is a long time. It's only 2019, so in 4 years his will expire, so he'll be 31. Yeah, I'm not going to do that right now. I'm not going to do this, so I could find better players between now and then anyway. Top target pursuit, Bankovic. They recommend that I assign him to scout him. He is a central defender that we've been looking at. He's 22. Might as well scout him. He's got some good skills. He's a good header, good at jumping reach, shoots with power. As a central defender, I'm not too excited about that. Suspension. 2 away from a 1-match suspension. A lot of yellow cards. Huh. Well. Player transfer statuses. They recommend that I ask you on the loan list. He's really high ability. Look at that. 3.5 star. He's currently a 3.5 star, potential 1. Maybe that's because, the youth team. Oh, okay. So within his own youth team. So they recommend I loan him out. He's a goalie. We'll put him on the loan list, sure. Get him some appearances. Still not, Abraham's not on England. He needs to do more to impress if he wants to be on England's team. Aspilicueta fails in Spain fitness bid. Okay. 26-year player's been called up for international duty. Huh. USA called up Matt Miazga. Oh, that's right, because Pulisic's injured. So you can't take him. That's a lot of players. England's calling 3, 6, 7, 8. Wow. 8 of my players. I guess they're going to play during this break that we have. Set international instructions. Oh, I guess you can specifically tell them how many minutes and stuff like that. Let's click on it and see what it says. Alright, so there's the list. Let's see what it says. It's only allowing certain instructions for certain people. Oh, you can withdraw or say 45 minutes only for certain people. Okay, I don't have any special instructions. There's only a couple you're even allowed to give instructions for, so okay. That's interesting. I guess on the main team they can do what they want, and that must be part of it. If you have a player that's good enough to be on the international team, they're allowed to do whatever they want to. Alright, I'll confirm, whatever. If I had an injured player or something, maybe I would say fewer minutes, but they only give me a couple options anyway. So. Here's their recommendations, cycling around players. I'll say okay now, I can always change later. I wonder if they train more if they're on this list to be playing. I'm thinking. Oh yeah, we said we were going to try to get some of the backups in because this is West Ham and it's a pretty easy match, so we may consider taking some of these players out if they're tired and putting somebody else in to get minutes. Backup goalie might be good. This might be a good match for him. Easy win predicted. Yep. We've got good odds on winning this one. John Terry singled out Wonder Kid Declan Rice. Isn't he like a defender? He's really good because he has 0 goals and 0 assists, but he's average of 6.74. That's not that good. I've heard a lot of people interested in picking up this player eventually, but I think early in 2019 this is not our biggest fear. Here's our press conference. Whoop-de-doo. Alright, do you feel your ambitions for the club are matched by the owner? Absolutely, no doubt the owner has the club's best interest at heart, and the fans are fortunate to have such ambitious and running things. I do, yes, our discussions are often creative and therefore elaborate. This first one sounds good. I don't see what the problem is that. Any chance of a few words about your tactical approach? Go out and dominate from the kickoff. Yeah. Sure. West Ham currently find themselves well down in the Premier League in 17th place. You open to make things even worse for a struggling team on Saturday. I freely admit, not going to be easy. No. I want to win every match, but if you offered me a draw right now, I would possibly take it? No. Confident as long as you stick to our game plan? No. I'd rather focus on the game than needlessly discuss it? And maybe. I would say we have an excellent chance. I'll say that. Do you feel it's more important to get one over against local rivals, like West Ham, than it is over other teams? No. foundation of our rivalry equally important to our fans. Only it doesn't matter who we're playing or what the fans think of the match. Yeah, let's not talk about the fans. Let's just cautiously say interested in winning. Do you think you can handle the pressure and expectation that comes in the territory when placing West Ham? I would hardly tell you if I were nervous, would I? I'll take it in my stride, just like any other run-of-the-mill match. How do you go about preparing a team to play such a big match? I'll go about things my usual way, same time I fully understand that all might go out the window after a minute of play. I'd be lying if I said the added weight of expectation of fans didn't cause a few extra nerves ahead of the match like this. It's one of those matches where the fear of losing can outweigh the joy of winning, and we have to manage our nerves as best we can. I try to approach every match in the same way regardless of the perceived importance of it. Focused on our own game and getting a good result. I'll go with this one. Calmly say. Didn't you think the fans would see a bit more passion from their head coach given the nature of the rivalry between the two clubs? They might start thinking that David Moyes has more desire to win than you. Fans want to see a victory. They don't care how much the head coach says in the press. David Moyes may well be one of those guys who has to overcompensate in his pre-match comments, but I'm not one of them. Ho ho ho. I'll calmly say that. That's a really weird thing to say, but do you agree with Stephen? The Premier Division wouldn't be the same without matches like this. We want to win every single game regardless of the opponent. Do you look forward to the type of atmosphere that typically comes with rivalry matches, or do you think it might have a negative effect on some of your players? I don't want to be drawn into commenting on the West Ham match. Hey, we finally found a friendly and good-humored person. We know these matches can often result in unsavory scenes and controversial incidents. Do you believe your players can handle that? I don't have any considerable worries on this front, but I'll have a gentle reminder just before kickoff nonetheless. Our best chance of winning is the 11 players on the field. That's fine. There's been something of an inquest at West Ham following a 5-1 defeat against Sheffield United in their last game. Surely this is a perfect time to play them. We pay no other attention to other matches. This middle one seems to be the best answer. Tottenham Hotspur are also in action against Manchester City, and they will be looking to demonstrate their title aspirations even at this earlier stage. Do you see them winning this match? I'd be surprised if they didn't. I can't see them winning that game. Tough opposition, tricky match for them. Good side, I expect them to do well. I have nothing to say. Are you concerned by Victor Moses' lack of playing time whilst on loan at Inter? I confirmed to be playing. Almost goes without saying we're going to talk to them. Do you consider recalling him? Not clear whether we'll go that way. Having spent much of the week traveling, You worry that fatigue may prove to be an issue for players in this game. Alright, we're used to it, I said. Nothing special. Chelsea boss. Oh, they're talking about me. A lot of questions. Yada yada yada. Repeating the same stuff over and over again. Under 18 match coming up. Nobody. They suggested I put backup goalie. Sure, I'll put him on here again as available. I've got our backup goalie walking now. They recommend me switching from balanced to attacking. I was going to do that. I will do that. Increase attack duties, about 4 to 5 attack duties sensible for attacking mentality. Focus down the middle. Sure. They recommend my backup goalie and attacker Batshuayi come in. I agree with both of them. So Caballero and Batshuayi, you're going to be in the lineup. I'm swapping you out shortly. In fact, well, I'll do that when they pop up. They're going to ask me again, right? Match who I would have played. Pre-match briefing. Tactics. Most of them like attacking. Move the ball with urgency, likes to get it forward with intent. Good tempo. Got even more people happy. They have advice. What was their advice? Higher line of engagement. Offensive mentality. Sure. So we don't want to say lower line. Higher pressing intensity. Hey, they like that too. Here we go. Everybody's happy except for Conte, as usual, because he speaks French. Guessing. Specific players. We talk to Conte and we'd say, focus on holding your position, holding back from shooting, focus on dribbling less. I don't like any of those. Okay. Opposition. Pablo is a player we have to close down. Nobody cared. Plans? No. Opposition report? No. Opposition analysis? They lose a lot. They are ready for relegation, it says. Okay, end meeting. Watford and Newcastle are even lower, although Newcastle has one less game played. We got 1.1 million as part of the Fabregas transfer deal because he played 20 games. Cool. More money for us. 10 out of 10. Mount is awesome in training. He's currently extremely good, but watch, I'll compliment him and he'll be even more upset. Extremely good to excellent. I think that might be improved. I can definitely feel the benefits thanks to the words. I'll be going now. Thanks, Dad. Social. Competition review, latest games, bunch of teams, did a bunch of stuff. Third qualifying round. I thought that said Chelsea Chester. That's a lot of teams. A lot of games. A lot of 2-1 scores. Rivals set to square off. Under 18s was victorious against Leicester City. Look at where our under 18s are in first place. This is great. They liked, Jordan Ayew got 2 goals. .8, that's good. His abilities 1 star. Way off first team level. But he just scored 2, so they put his rating is going up. I think rating might turn into skill and they might be related there. Here we have a recommendation. I've been impressed with the progress he has made in training and we should pay close attention to his development. He's a wing back. Wow, 2 goals from a wing back. His training right now: fullback, defend, additional focus, nothing, normal intensity. High risk of injury. Yeah. Let's praise his recent. He's exceptional right now. Happy with your development over the last few months. I appreciate that. I've worked hard. Okay, cheers, boss. See you later. He's only $7,700. Huh. Offer backup goalie out on loan. I just offered a different goalie back on loan, so I'm not going to do that. We're going to have no players left. We've been putting everybody out on loan and not picking anybody up. Especially goalies, we're pretty low on those. Alright, so they scouted Benkovic, the defender that I talked about earlier. He wants about 16 million. Expectations high. He's currently only 2 million pay per year until 2023, but his value is 15 million. Wow. He does have a high rating, 7.3. Okay. Alright, Emerson is capable. Zappacosta is capable. Caballero is not quite sharp enough, but his condition is good. And Abraham is recommended for a limited time. So definitely the goalie, like I said, that's why. Drizzle, typical England weather. Oh look, Manchester City popped up ahead of us. They must have won, so now they're in first. We're in second place now. We were in first until earlier today, October 5th, 2019. Alright, here's where I said the switches are going to happen. We're changing Azpilicueta for Caballero. He needs more fitness. And we're changing... Should I change Pedro or Hudson-Odoi? Let's change Pedro. Actually, let's look at the health over here. So Pedro is actually a 93, Hudson-Odoi is a 92. Yeah, we could swap out Pedro. Or actually, no, Abraham. For that's why. Yeah. So that will probably end up being swapped at some point in the match, whenever we feel we need to. Yeah, we're kind of low on players, so we're gonna have to do a lot of subbing and swapping and everything like that. Let's look at the condition on everybody. 93, 93, 93, so not a lot of 100. Rudiger can be playing. Maybe he would go in for Tomori. How's Tomori doing? 93. Rudiger's a 99. Let's swap Rudiger and Tomori. Just to change things up. Because I want sharpness. I want everybody to have higher sharpness. And the way you get sharpness is by playing more. Barkley is a reserve for the under 23s. Yeah, Abraham's still coming back from injury. What about Giroud? How are we doing with him? ER. Reacted well to our latest chat. Okay, so we have Giroud. We got a lot of strikers here in the middle. That's why Giroud, Abraham. Giroud's a full 100 on sharpness. This is good, but he's high risk of injury. I wonder why. How about Conte? He looks... Where's Conte? High risk of injury. Maybe Conte needs to go out. Do we have any midfielders that could take Conte's place? Jorginho, of course. Yeah, let's put Jorginho in for Conte. That's a good spot for him. There we go. Yeah, I think that is a better lineup for this match since we know we're going to win, or I'm pretty sure we're going to win. Okay. Now we've switched all our team players. We're attacking. Got our familiar formation there. Dressing room. Pep talk. Assertively say. Teams such as ours should be winning this match without any problem. Expect you to keep our run going and win this match. Play our game very capable. Come on guys, show me that you can do what you can do to keep our run going. Sure. Not happy about that. Okay. I like the assertive. I have faith in you. Go out there, make a difference. They like it. Assertive, faith in you, go out and make a difference. They like it. Assertive, go out and make a difference. They like it. Oh, not all of them. Close enough. Players are looking inspired and ready for the match ahead. In the tunnel, Mangler, it's Derby Day. How much do you look forward to taking on your local rivals? Personally, always look forward to this one. Real buzz, tremendous occasion, atmosphere, something to behold. More to the fans than anyone else. Don't know how my players handle it. Local derby demands a certain mentality, and if we're not careful, it could be a day to forget. This is always the negative down. I don't want to let the fans down. Defeat would be disappointing to us. It'll be twice as bad for them. I'll say positive, calmly, whatever. West Ham's recent struggles to have them 15th in the table. Is there a chance to pile on the misery? I will calmly say we should be in position to beat them. We'll have to work hard to make sure. You're first in the Premier Division form table. Actually, we're second now because somebody else played earlier today, but okay, I'm not going to correct you. Does that help ahead of kickoff? I want to keep this going, morale high, get close to our target. Pedro has been pulling all the strings in midfield. How important will he be to get out there today? Important as anyone is. Team game. Playtime. Here's Pedro. We're just talking about him. Gave it to Kovacic to Mount. Oh! Almost scored it. Earned us a corner. Here's the corner from Mount, and it's stopped. Shucks. Alright. Health-wise, how we doing? Everybody's in the 90s. That's a good thing. Corner kick. Oh boy. Good stop. They're getting a lot of possession here. Nice clear. Steal that. Ooh. Let them have a close-in shot. Good thing they can't aim. Encourage short passing. Sure, that's always good, especially when we're better. They're like slow. It's kind of weird. Push, push, push. Yeah. Mount to Pedro. Centered it. Oh, Kovacic just off. That would have been in. Somebody got injured. Kovacic got injured. Oh, shucks. Guess we'll put in Conte. Conte. He's currently excellent. Nothing special noted. Assertive. I have faith in you. Go out there, make a difference. Seemed deep in thought. He's probably translating in his head. I probably talk too fast. I have faith in you. Get out there and make a difference. Hopefully Kovacic is okay. I think he was our best player this year. Or he won the top player of the year. Just ahead of Abraham and Christian, probably. Jorginho over to James. What a pass! What a cross! Hudson-Odoi. Awesome! Look at that one-timer right there. Bam! Look at that. Perfect. James with his crossing. Hudson-Odoi with a header in the corner. Nobody had a chance there. He's running and jumping around. We're back up to first. Yes! Keep it up, guys. Free kick. That was a low free kick. Stolen by Pedro. Pass it, pass it. Oh. Hit off the side net. That would have been quite a majestic strike if that had gone in. Majestic. Majestic. Uh-oh. They're pushing forward. Good thing they can't aim or we'd be down like 2-1 or 3-1 by now. Mount lost possession more than any other player on the team. Ooh. Pedro won back possession the most. That's weird. 4 shots to touches. Alright, pep talk. Assertively say, not happy with the performance out there. Played well, still room for improvement. I didn't seem too impressed with that one. Alright, defenders, assertively say, Impressed with your solid defending. Some of them are happy with that. Midfield, assertively say, much more to come from you. I believe you got what it takes. Yeah, few players positive about that. And the attackers, we can assertively say, much more come from you. You got what it takes. They weren't so happy with that. Nothing specific. No. End team talk. Players look ready to walk through walls, such as the atmosphere in the team. Hey, we'll take it. So right now we're close to getting tired with some of our players. So we'll definitely want to make an early sub, probably a 60-minute, unless somebody gets hurt again. We only have 2 more subs because we had an injury. Nice steal there. Pushing it, pushing it. We got a guy open. Yes, perfect. Center it. Goal. Oh, almost identical to the last one, but Hudson-Odoi hit it over. Pushing. Pedro, center it. Oh. Mount does his 20-yard shot. Oh, offsides on James. Defender all the way forward. What are you thinking? Ooh, good save. The turnaround from Jorginho to Mount. He centers it for Pedro. He misses. James has it. What? Penalty? Was that a handball or something? Jorginho with his trick. Booyah. Look at this. He hops. No, he didn't hop, but we'll take it. Alright. I'm going to pause and see how we're doing for health. Looks like everyone's doing well. The most tired is Hudson-Odoi and Pedro. Do we want to take any of them off yet? Who do we got on the bench? Anybody that needed to come in? Giroud would be a good replacement for Batshuayi. So would Abraham. Actually, Abraham would be a good, because he needs some sharpness there. And Zuma on defense. How about that? For Christensen? Sure. I know I'm running out of subs, but I just want to get everybody in during one of our easy matches. Have everyone in peak form against our good players. And we got a couple weeks off anyway, so our sharpness might go down. That guy's got a yellow card, that's why his name's yellow. What a dribbler. Whew. Got lucky on that one. That was a quick pass. Center that. Yeah! Abraham came in and scored. 3rd goal from Hudson-Odoi. Booyah! Woo! Oh yeah. Wow, that goalie he had a goal and he moved out of the way and dove back where he was and the ball just slipped right through. That was like that last game for Chelsea when Hudson-Odoi kicked it right at the goalie and the goalie pooped it backwards and scored. Free headers, okay. Abraham with another shot. Uh-oh, he's wide open. Oh, and then he passed it. We'll take that. Thankfully, he didn't shoot it. He had a wide open net. Oh, I don't know what he was thinking. Oh! We gave up a goal. Take up enough shots with our backup goalie, and I guess he eventually scored. They hit a header backwards and a one-timer. A header to a one-timer, and Caballero just let it go right through his arms. You could see it went right through him. We had so many clean sheets in a row. 3-1. I guess we'll have to live with that. I think this is a time thing. For Conte! Conte practically dribbled it in. That's time. 3-1. I predicted a win for Chelsea today. They've duly delivered. Nobody will be happier than the Chelsea fans as they make their way home with the victory in the bag. True, fans will be happy. Fans like 3-1, 4-1, 5-1, 6-1, 7-0. So having the backup players in didn't hurt. Definitely got our win. Our best player was Hudson-Odoi, 8-1 or 8.1. Players appear to be very good spirits and look attentive. I can't think of any particular that needs addressing after that. I can calmly say nothing specific to say. See you all in training. Pleased with the result and the performance. Don't let it get to your heads. Nice things to say. Guard against complacency going forward. Got away with that today. You were poor out there. Very pleased. I'll just say very pleased. Everybody's happy. I don't want to make them too happy. Everybody was happy with that. And let's wear their heart on their sleeves if we can see exactly how their response is. So we are in first by 2 points. 6 wins, 1 loss, 1 draw. We're pulling away here. Chelsea go on top of the Premier Division. Awesome. I will be right back in a moment. Hold right here. I will be back in probably about 2 minutes.